This video is sponsored by XTB, the financial leaders offering you advanced technology, a user-friendly investing platform, and comprehensive educational resources. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, in a pretty hoarse voice, I'm going to do a portfolio update of my liquid assets. So my portfolio with Vanguard, Invest Engine, Trading 212 and Freetrade. Let's start. All right, let's take a look at my portfolio with Vanguard. I'll start with my ISA, my old ISA, because this year's ISA is with Invest Engine, so I'm not using Vanguard for my ISA this year. So the value of my ISA is 91,900 and something pounds, and these are my investments, my holdings. Right now, the only one in red is the FTSE Emerging Markets distributing fund, and it has been like that for quite a while now. I'm still holding on to it, but we'll see how much longer I can last. This is the performance of this ISA, and let's take a look at the last 2 months. As you can see, my personal rate of return is 49%. This is not annualized rate of return. I really always need to stress that is my personal rate of return, which means it takes into account all my contributions and withdrawals from this portfolio. Here are my calculations, so all the dividends I ever received in this ISA, of course not from the accumulative, so not the accumulating funds, but the ones that they distribute dividends, so they pay them to me directly instead of reinvesting them automatically, and also fees that come with using Vanguard as a platform. This is the month-by-month performance. I always find it more transparent and easier to read, so you can tell that from December the portfolio grew quite substantially. Next comes my SIPP, so my private pension. The value of my pension is 127,000 pounds and something, and these are my holdings. Everything is in green. Some of them are preferred, some of them are not. I still hold on to my target retirement funds, although as you can tell, the difference between my ISA and my SIPP is quite big. I invested more money into my SIPP, but it returned me less than my ISA. And some of you asked me about the retirement funds, whether I'm happy with such a big bond allocation in those funds. For now, I am happy, and I'm happy with the rebalancing that happens automatically, but I'll see how it goes later on, because I can tell that the fees for those funds are low when you compare them to other products like that on the market, but they're quite high when you compare them to very generic global funds or even SP 500. So the juries are out on these ones. The performance tab and the graph view, again, for the last 2 months. Calculations tab, which means all the, again, dividends and fees that have anything to do with this account, so with my SIPP. And my personal rate of return, as you can see, is 32%. Like I said, I know that my ISA has been performing better than my SIPP. So that is something I keep in mind and something that might affect my future choice of funds. Again, month-by-month calculations, so something much more transparent. Since December, this account has made more or less 3K. What I usually like to do, and some of you might find it confusing, is to show you my whole portfolio, so the ISA and the SIPP, so that we don't need to go into detail and just see how it performed overall. My portfolio value right now is 219,000 pounds and something, and my personal rate of return is over 40%. As you can see, it grew more or less 7,000 pounds, well, actually 6,000 something, since my last update. Finally, let me show you my favorite tab, which is the Insight tab, and you can see my product type, so what kind of funds I actually buy, blended or equity or cash. I don't hold any cash at the moment, and where I invest and what I invest in. So my top 10 investments, my sector allocation, but also performance of the last 3 months, which has been quite okay, I must say. Let's take a look at the transactions. So since my previous update in December, I got some dividends. They were all paid into my account in January, in ISA, and as you can see also in my SIPP. And because they are distributed, so they just paid to me into my accounts, what I did was manually reinvested all of them. Later on, I was charged the account fees. That was in mid-January for both my SIPP and my ISA. As you can tell, my dividends are not amazingly big, and this is not something that I'm aiming for at the moment. This is not something I find motivating. I know some investors find it extremely motivating to see the passive income, but to me, it is not something that I'm currently really focusing on. A quick one. You know, I'm a big fan of exchange-traded funds. Every time I publish my portfolio updates, I get tens of questions about the best asset allocation. I wish I could help you with that, but I don't know things like your risk tolerance or industry preference, which is why I'm very pleased to tell you about the newest investment product created by the sponsor of this video, XTB, their investment plans. With an investment plan, you get the flexibility to design a personalized exchange-traded funds portfolio that aligns with your risk tolerance, industry preferences, or regional coverage. All for 0% commission and 0 management fee. What's more, your plan will then automatically allocate your invested money following your portfolio structure, and you will be alerted to rebalance your portfolio when your investments grow with time. In short, with XTB's investment plans, which allow auto investments and remind you to rebalance, you can become a consistent, long-term investor. That's a superpower. Sign up using my referral link, which you can find in the description of this video. Alright, next is my portfolio with Invest Engine. By the way, I'm still investing with Invest Engine this year, and this is the ISA for this year and for previous years. I really like the platform, and it is super appealing to me because there is no fee that I need to pay every 3 months or so, unlike with Vanguard. So if you want to start using Invest Engine like me and treat yourself to some free money to begin with, you can use my referral link to sign up. It's right in the description of this video, as always. So finally, I made some contributions to my ISA. I haven't made any since last summer because I was focused on saving up for my property investment. And I talked about my property investment palaver in this video, if you want to go and watch it. And since this is something that I'm not really prioritizing at the moment anymore, I thought I would just contribute some money into my ISA. So in February, I topped up my account with £3,000 and I invested that money. So after the top up, the value of my portfolio is £25,000, 800 and something. And these are my holdings. Only 4 holdings in my Invest Engine account. I'm really happy with them all. I must say that I topped up my Vanguard FTSE All World High Dividend Fund last time, and also my Nasdaq 100 fund, which I really like. So these were my last purchases. And back in December, I received some dividends, £53. I'm not sure if I actually mentioned that, but I really like this tab on Invest Engine showing you exactly what you got from which fund. Super useful. And of course, when I received those dividends, I reinvested them right away. I don't really need this money right now, so I'm more than happy to just put it back into my financial freedom fund. My portfolio with Trading 212 is next. By the way, if you want to grab yourself a free share with Trading 212 and start using their platform, you can find my referral link in the description of this video. So these are all my positions currently, and as you can see, it's all in red, and the whole portfolio is a total catastrophe. And finally, my very small portfolio with Freetrade, and this is another portfolio that I just don't treat seriously. I stopped contributing to it quite a while back. You can take a look at here now, and I'll give you the maximum view and all my positions. And again, they all in red currently, and some of them I cannot touch, cannot sell, because they are Russian companies. I used to contribute my spare change to this portfolio, but I stopped doing that, and right now it's just dormant. That is it, guys. This is my portfolio update for February 2024. This year will actually mark 5 years of my investing for my future, so of my financial freedom fund. I don't know where you are when it comes to investing. I do hope that you've started. And if you haven't, please use my referral links and give it a go. It's really not that complicated. And if you already do invest, I hope that you're seeing some really nice profits the last few weeks, as the markets definitely have picked up. Let's hope it's a good sign for what's coming up next. When it comes to my portfolio and when it comes to my investing plans for this year, I really want to contribute at least £6,000. that's it. If I contribute 6,000, I would be more than happy. Other than that, I'm really happy to just watch it grow and not withdraw any money from it. So I've already contributed 50% of my goal for this year, and I'm pretty confident that I will be able to contribute the other 3 later in the year. All right, that's a wrap. That is really it. I hope you found this video useful, and if you want some more, if you want to see my property investment update, the one I mentioned earlier on this video, you can see it here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.